Okay, we'll just start like, I guess we say, how did you come to get involved with U-Mate? How did that happen? When did it start? A little bit of that.
I was introduced to the U-Mate business about 30 some years ago. My father introduced me to it in northwest New Mexico. He was operating a producing mine where a byproduct was found as a byproduct of the mining operation for coal, which was U-Mate. I studied U-Mate and was very fascinated by U-Mate. I found that Native Americans were using U-Mate as a growing medium before they were introduced to chemical fertilizers. I took it upon myself to contact people, friends, soil scientists, people that were really in the know on what makes things grow. One of my dear friends here in Scottsdale, Arizona, was one of the inventors of the Pringle potato chip. And I went to Dino Shatila, my friend, and asked him if he would try U-Mate on their potato fields in northern Idaho. And he said he would, and I told him this was going to be the make or break point for us to go forward or move on. And when he took it to his superiors in Idaho, and we shipped some up there in 1996, and he did a comprehensive field trial at Idaho and Foods in Idaho Falls. In the latter part of 1996, he brought me a comprehensive report as to what the U-Mate did comparable to their chemical fertilizers. And we were both very astonished and taken back that we totally blew them away. In terms of yields, cost, everything that was considered, we outperformed their chemical fertilizers. I was contacted by Idahoan farms that I should consider pursuing this business, which I did, and they were my first customer. And I was shipping them U-Mate, and they're using it on their fields for organic growing and also as a soil supplement for depleted soils.
Where do you mine U-Mate?
In Gallup, New Mexico is where we mine the U-Mate on what we call Indian country. It's located on and near the Navajo Indian Reservation. We have approximately 50,000 acres there where we extract the U-Mate.
Can I get that again? There's a car. Say that again. Where are you mining from?
We produce the U-Mate in Gallup, New Mexico, which we call Indian country. It is adjacent and on, part of it's on the Navajo Indian Reservation.
So we got most of it right there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now go over the thing. How did you come to find out? The Oklahoma University study and all that. Mm-hmm. How did you come to find out that it mitigates
oil?
Mitigates soil?
Over the past several years, we've been contacted by numerous agencies regarding the uses of U-Mate. We've been contacted by the EPA, and we've also been contacted by different universities that sought governmental funding to explore the use of U-Mate. In particular, the University of Oklahoma received funding through the EPA approximately 7-8 years ago and studied our product in Texas and Oklahoma for remediating oil spills.
And how did that study go?
The study went very well. They were very pleased with the outcome, and as a part of that, over the past several years, we've tried to introduce U-Mate to different federal agencies, oil-producing companies, and other folks that are in the oil business. Last year, when the BP oil spill hit, we contacted the University of Oklahoma, and we thought it would be a good idea to put forth a proposal to the EPA, the federal government, BP, and everybody concerned regarding the use of U-Mate to remediate the oil spills in the Gulf. We considered this and actually named this the organic solution. And in terms of not using chemicals, we could actually use an organic approach to remediate the oil spills in the Gulf.
So now go over the stuff. I'd like you to talk about how you came to speak in front of the Senate Subcommittee on Oceans and how that went.
Right.
If you can lampoon lawyers or lobbyists in any way, that would be good too.
Yeah.
That's kind of where she's going.
Right. In May of 2011, we did put forth a proposal. We submitted it to the White House, the Coast Guard, the EPA, BP, the Senate, the Congress, everybody we could think of, to take an objective look at what we had to offer. In July of 2011, I was contacted by the U.S. Senate, and prior to that we had heard nothing. I was contacted by the U.S. Senate, and they confirmed the receipt of my proposal. They actually read my proposal and said that found it very interesting, and asked if I would be willing to come to Washington and testify in front of the U.S. Senate. I said I would. I contacted the University of Oklahoma, and we went as a team effort to the U.S. Senate on July 21st, which I testified in front of the U.S. Senate.
Who were the people in the Senate that became supporters of U-Mate or are actual friends of your project?
Probably the key supporter of our initiative was Senator Tom Udall from the state of New Mexico. I had known Mr. Udall for many years prior because of my affiliation with the Navajo Nation, which is his constituency. Mr. Udall sought me out and said, yes, I've read your proposal, I find it very interesting, and he actually questioned me in detail at the hearing, and it was very, very good, and it was very, very positive from his perspective and from my perspective.
Okay, let's see. How about
what happened after that?
Yeah, what happened? What was the result of all this stuff?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that's kind of where it stopped. The Coast Guard and the people that were actually involved in implementing different processes felt that our product was not approved as an emergency response situation to the BP oil spill. We told them that, hey, let's try it. Let's put it down. Let's put it down in some areas, and let's see where it goes. And it's like I told the Senate, it's a tough, long, hard road, and it's a very bureaucratic process in dealing with the people in Washington and the powers that be that oversee this stuff.
So what was the problem? I mean, you don't have a lobbyist, or you don't have lawyers? Or...
Yeah, that's right. As the part of the problem is your proposal is stuck within 100,000 other proposals, and I stressed to the Senate to take an objective, hard look here at what we have to offer, and at least